So hello guys, and welcome back to another video in our channel. In our video today, we are going to look to do a match preview and a match update of today's Premier League clash. So today Premier League's clash is going to happen at Selhurst Park, and we're going to try to do an in-depth analysis of this game. So Chelsea and Crystal Palace is a London derby that has always been one-sided, with Chelsea winning close to all games versus Crystal Palace. In their last six appearances, Chelsea have won all games, and even times when Chelsea have really had poor times at the season, they have actually managed to beat Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace is not quite an easy team, and we have some key players such as Olise, Eze, Jordan Ayew, who can cause a lot of threat for Chelsea. And therefore, I'm going to give you my lineup that I expect Pochettino to pick, as well as the mechanism that Chelsea should employ to beat Crystal Palace. So, Petrovic has to start in goal. He's been Chelsea's best player recently. Although Chelsea have conceded a lot of goals in the Premier League, with Petrovic, he has actually managed to keep a lot of goals. Chelsea from conceding a lot of goals in the league. I'm going to go with the centre-back partnership of Disasi and Badiashile. I think they really played well against Aston Villa, and there is no point on trying to change something that already works. It is very important to retain it. And it's also good to allow these two young centre-backs to grow, develop and form an elite partnership alongside each other. And I believe Thiago Silva's time at the club is coming to an end. I will still retain Malo Gusto and Ben Chilwell as fullbacks, and both of them will be given license to push forward and try to contribute to the attack. And both of them should be operate with a key sense to understand when they should stay back and defend, and when they should push up higher up the pitch to try to generate width for their teams. Now in the midfield region, I'm going to pair Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo alongside each other. In the game against Aston Villa, I noticed that both of these players really played well when they played alongside each other. There was quick combinations of play, and there was excellent movement of the ball in the middle of the park. I'm going to play a midfielder slightly ahead of them, and this is Conor Gallagher. And I'm not going to rely on Conor Gallagher's creativity high up the pitch, but rather his intense pressing. We saw against the game against Aston Villa how intensely he pressed alongside Cole Palmer, giving Chelsea energy high up the pitch to maintain a high press. I'm going to go with the front three of Noni Madueke down the right, Cole Palmer down the middle, and Nicholas Jackson playing as a left winger. Jackson has really played well as a left winger in the last game, and it's not good to try to change anything in this game. I would have made a shout out that Nkunku should come in and play as the left wing, while Jackson plays as a striker, but Pochettino is more likely to retain Jackson in that position. So hello, and before we even begin, like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. So Chelsea should line up in their 4-4-2 that they played against Aston Villa, and this will be aided with Chelsea building from the back, with Petrovic stepping out to act as a third centre-back during Chelsea's build-up. Now, it will be interesting how Chelsea build up, and the role of Jackson in this build-up shape will be quite important. So Palace are less likely to press Chelsea aggressively high up the pitch, but rather settle in a mid-block. So Chilwell and Gusto can shift forward to hold the width, while Jackson and Madueke can play slightly forward, with Palmer dropping deep alongside Gallagher to form that box-shaped midfield. Now, Chilwell in this position can either receive the ball and attempt to play the ball for the runs of Nicholas Jackson, who has shown time and time again that he's so excellent in holding up the ball and allowing the team to progress with the ball forward. In this case, this might make Crystal Palace to play slightly deeper to deny Chelsea's wide players the space in behind. And this is where we can see the strength of Chelsea in this build-up shape. Now, Caicedo and Enzo need to play close to each other, as in this position they showed how press resistant they are. And Chelsea can operate one up, one down system where Chilwell can either be advancing and looking to play those threaded through balls for the runs of Nicholas Jackson in the half space, while Conor Gallagher and Cole Palmer make late runs inside the Chelsea's box. Jackson in this position can also use his dribbling ability to try to beat his player and try to attempt a shot on goal. And this is aided when Ben Chilwell decides to advance higher up the pitch. Now, Caicedo and Enzo can play slightly behind the opposition front line, and this will give Badiashile and Disasi time on the ball. Now, down the right-hand flank is where it will be so interesting, because in this position, Gusto can receive the ball in these kinds of position, and Conor Gallagher can drop deeper to play alongside Enzo and Caicedo, while allowing both Gusto and Chilwell to proceed forward. In this case, Gusto will be looking to try to create overloads together with Noni Madueke, and he can try to make those underlapping runs. So, Conor Gallagher can play slightly in a pseudo right back position, allowing Gusto time and space with the ball, so that Gusto can whip in those far post balls. And because Jackson is playing down the left wing, he's more likely to head goals from the far post than in the center forward position, as we saw in the goal he scored against Aston Villa. Chilwell in this position can also look to drag a fullback out of position and give Jackson a chance to hold the ball in this more tight 18-yard space, allowing the likes of Conor Gallagher and Cole Palmer to be making those runs to attempt to cut in and attempt a shot on goal. Without possession, Chelsea need to be very, very aggressive. The form of aggression that I saw them put in against Aston Villa is the same aggression that I want to see them putting against Crystal Palace. The front line should be quite aggressive, while the back line should hold a very high defensive line. And that's why Thiago Silva does not suit playing at Chelsea currently, because Chelsea needs two centre-backs who are energetic, who can try to track runners making runs beyond them. The forwards should be aggressive in stepping out and pressing, while they should also be keen in trying to force the ball down the wide areas, where they can aggressively employ a touchline press and look to try to win the ball back and force problems for Crystal Palace. And this will enable them to win the ball back and immediately launch quick and swift counter-attacks against Crystal Palace. With players such as Conor Gallagher giving the physicality up front, while Cole Palmer providing the finishing, Chelsea should have enough to try and score goals past Crystal Palace. Now, Chelsea have conceded 8 goals in their last 2 Premier League games, and how aggressive and how compact they be in defensive situations will be a huge testament on the Maurizio Pochettino development. And this we saw against the game against Aston Villa, Noni Madueke dropping deep and playing as an extra right wing back, and this can enable him to help Chelsea to track runners, while Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson start out wide to play as two forwards with no single number 9, with Conor Gallagher dropping in to try and help Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. So this is not going to be an easy game, definitely, for Chelsea, but after having back-to-back defeats in the Premier League, Chelsea will be trying to at least try to win this and try to improve their position on the table. I don't believe that Chelsea have what it takes to finish in the top 4, neither in the top 5 or maybe in the top 6, because they have really dropped a lot of points. And Chelsea should at least try to attain the 40 points mark so that they can be safe. And this again will be a testament to Maurizio Pochettino, who, if he fails in this game, the calls for his sacking will grow louder and louder. Remember, the fans have run out of patience with Pochettino, and now the fans are trying to get onto his neck. So Maurizio Pochettino needs to win this game for himself, and also to try and create some semblance of confidence in that Chelsea team. So if you can drop your score predictions, I'm going to go with 3-0 Chelsea, but you can drop your score predictions on what you expect from this game. And if you've liked and enjoyed this analysis, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.